Hi, my name is Amanda, and I am a chemistry teacher. Today, we are going to discuss our observations during our recent visit to the interior regions of the Guianas. We learned about many important plants and animals and about the importance of rivers and fresh water. But we also observed gold mining activities that pollute our waters and destroy our animals and plants due to mercury. No, I am not talking about the planet. I am talking about the other mercury, the chemical element. There you go. This is exactly what I needed. So, this mercury is a naturally occurring substance and is a known neurotoxin. It is found in different types of soils and exists in three different forms: inorganic mercury, methyl mercury, and elemental mercury. Elemental mercury is a shiny silver-white metal. Some people call it quicksilver. You can find it everywhere: in thermometers, fluorescent light bulbs, novelty jewelry, dental fillings, and even inside some electrical items. If you are thinking these applications make mercury quite useful, you are right. But unfortunately, there are some serious problems with mercury as well. When exposed, even at room temperature, mercury can evaporate, becoming an invisible, odorless, toxic vapor. It becomes even more hazardous when heated. Unfortunately, these things don't just happen in the lab. The main problems caused by mercury actually occur in nature, where this metal has been used extensively for decades. Take artisanal and small-scale gold mining, for instance. This industry relies mainly on the use of mercury. Mercury is used to recover gold because it is cheap and easily available. Irresponsible gold mining practices are unfortunately prevalent in the interior of Guyana and Suriname, and are heavily dependent on fresh water as an input to the operations. No other sector uses and releases such large quantities of mercury into the environment as gold mining does. There are two ways irresponsible gold mining can release mercury into the environment. The first one occurs during extraction stages. When mercury is used to amalgamate or bind gold pieces, waste materials containing mercury end up inside mining pits and sluice boxes, which then flow directly into our creeks and rivers. Mixing with water and inorganic matter, mercury becomes methyl mercury. Methyl mercury is highly toxic and contaminates most of the carnivorous fish that populate the rivers in the Guianas. The process through which this contamination happens is called bioaccumulation. In the process of bioaccumulation, methyl mercury binds with smaller organic matter and plants, which are then eaten by smaller fish. Such smaller fish are then eaten by carnivorous fish, which are then often eaten by people. Hence, it is through the consumption of contaminated fish that quantities of mercury can enter the human body and can, over time, build up to poisonous amounts. The second way mercury is released in the environment is during the refining process, which can also happen in gold shops when gold is worked without proper equipment. After gold has been extracted, it must be separated from mercury. This is done by exposing a mixture of gold and mercury to extreme heat, releasing a poisonous mercury vapor into the atmosphere. Once this vapor ends up in the sky, mercury is transported by wind, even to areas that are not directly associated with gold mining. This phenomenon is called wet deposition. As you can see, this is a serious issue with serious consequences. Mercury is poisonous and can affect our nervous system, leading to potentially fatal situations, especially for vulnerable individuals and for those who are more exposed to the risks, like minors. Without even knowing it, we can inhale mercury as a vapor, absorbing it through our lungs, or we can eat it while consuming contaminated fish. Negative health effects of mercury contamination are many and include tremors, neuromuscular changes such as weakness, muscle atrophy, twitching, degradation of vision, memory loss, kidney and respiratory failure, infertility, and impotence. Both miners and indigenous communities where people solely depend on rivers as a source of fresh water and fishes are at serious risk of contamination. Luckily, there is hope as mercury is now being regulated in the artisanal and small-scale gold mining industry. Suriname and Guyana signed the Minamata Convention, and our countries have several other policies that regulate how small-scale gold mining should be done. The government and the law are on our side, but it is also our responsibility to use more sustainable practices that can help us grow while keeping our ecosystems safe. Together, we can protect our health and the environment, especially our rivers, freshwater systems, and the unique biodiversity of our green lands from the impacts of mining and the effects of mercury. Everyone can do their part. Follow WWF-Guianas and join our movement. #Let's phase out mercury.